it's official, usa na ko kabulan din sa Sugbo. Pero unsa ka akong maingon, niining doubt ba yan? Isip Dabawenyo. I'm Kenneth Porio. It's time to go online.
From Cebu City, in Central Philippines. This is Kenneth Porio Online.
Hello and welcome to this vlog. I'm Kenneth Porio. And welcome back to this video series, Dabawenyo sa Sugbo, where I tell my thoughts about Cebu as a Dabawenyo. So, in my last video, I have shared 5 things shocking for a Dabawenyo here in Cebu. Well, let's add 5 more. So, let me share 5 more things that shocks me as a Dabawenyo here in Cebu. So, let's list them down. Number 1, commuting within Metro Cebu is quite cheaper than in Davao. Well, because Metro Cebu, I mean Cebu City, Mandaue, Lapu-Lapu, Consolacion, Talisay, they are compacted together, so to speak. But they're still smaller than Metro Davao, no? So compared to Davao City, commuting in Cebu or Lapu-Lapu, Mandaue, when you go to one point to this point, the commuting fees, the fares are quite cheaper. Mas mura kaysa sa Davao. I mean, when I was living in Davao, getting to our home, to my place of work, you will spend a lot. For instance, getting to Buhangin to the school that I work for, I take a tricycle to the main road, which is 10 pesos. Then a jeepney to that to the area, which is in downtown Davao, and then take another pajak, or tricycle going to the school. It's 10 pesos. The jeepney is 12 to 13 pesos, 12 or 13 pesos. That's quite a lot. Or if you come to think of it, if you're going to the malls, like for instance, SM City Davao, you either have to take a bus, which is like 15 pesos, or that's direct to the mall. But if you really do the hard way, you ride from, say, Buhangin to downtown Davao, then from like downtown Davao or Acacia, that's that specific area, that's around 11 pesos. Then from Acacia or the corner with Oyangorin and CM Recto, where you have the Ecoland SM City Jeep, you take the Ecoland SM City Jeep and it goes directly to SM, which is around 15 pesos. That's quite a lot. Again, getting around Davao City by jeep or commuting is quite expensive if you really have to go between different areas of Davao, different barangays of Davao. Like, that's a reality in Davao. Kasi yun naman ang laki-laki ng Davao. But when I was here in Cebu, I was really shocked na when getting to where I live now, to SM, the malls in Cebu, bakit when I hand out a 20 peso bill or a coin, balik sa akin 10 pesos. Minimum fare? Oh gosh. It's quite surprising for me na getting from our area to the malls, in Cebu, ang mura ng pamasahe, It's quite surprising for me when going to the malls, ang mura pala, Getting to the malls here in Cebu, if you're living within Cebu City, the general area of Cebu City, ang mura, So it's really and now let's go to the taxis naman, Taxis, Again, when you go to different areas of Davao City, medyo mahal talaga if you live like very far from that particular landmark or establishment. Yung mapapagastos ka talaga. But in Cebu, no, because it's very close together, no, if you go to a certain establishment, parang gagastos ka lang ng 60, 70, compared to Davao where you spend like 150, 200, 250 just to get to the malls here in Davao City, no? From many of the residential areas, napakamahal, no? And if you talk about like getting to another city or getting to another town within Metro Davao compared to Metro Cebu, napakalaki ng difference, no? Say, for me, I have my relatives in Lapu-Lapu City. You just get a V-Hire or a van going to Lapu-Lapu City from SM City or AYALA. So when you ride V-Hire, ang gagastusin mo lang is 40, 50, 60 pesos. Yun lang. 40 to 50 pesos doesn't get you too far in Davao. Like, it's just like a jeepney ride from like downtown to Kalinan or downtown to Binogao or Barakatan or Darong Turil. No, it doesn't get you too far. Or downtown to say Tibungco or Bunawan, it doesn't get you too far, really. That 40 to 50 pesos na pamasahe. Or it's just a bus ride from like Buhangin to Panabo City. It doesn't really get you too far, no? So that 40 to 50 pesos, parang you're jumping from like a different island, no? Jumping from a different part of Metro Cebu. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, we owe that to the largeness of Davao City, no, and Metro Davao in general, no. So that is why maybe siguro if there is a long weekend or there is a chance or opportunity to vacation, no, I'll try to travel around Cebu, Metro Cebu, and the Cebu province for cheap. We'll try to explore some areas. If you have suggestions, put some comments below. Well, speaking of traveling, no, let's have number 2. No, modern jeepneys are really a thing now in Cebu City. No, well, hello Davao City, our Davao City LGU. Asa na ang atong HPBS? Dugay na kaayo na, no? But I believe Davao will have those modernized transport soon. Yung nga lang, I think it's a really long process, a really long transition, no, because of the complications of the situation in Davao City, wherein you have almost thousands of jeepney drivers, no, where you have to let them go of their income, no, their source of income, para lang ma-change ang mode of transport from jeepneys to buses, no? I mean, wag tangon tanang jeep sa Davao City, no? And with that, no, I believe that they will be patterned. The transport in Davao City will be modeled after Singapore. So, well, I'll look forward to that once I return to Davao for long, no, if I have the chance na to go back to Davao, no. But here in Cebu, no, they have already the modern jeepneys that they call it, no, those like tiny minibuses that they have now, na currently concentrated lang sila for certain routes, like for example the 01K or the 6H, the 17B, 17C, 17D, the 62B, 62C, 10M, 10G, 10H. No, all of these routes na maraming mga population na commuters. So those were the modern, yun yung mga modern jeepneys na nandun na yon. So I believe those modern jeepneys naman in Cebu serve their purpose in serving these areas kasi yun nga, maraming tao, maraming population, and they do need a certain more comfortable form of transport. But I believe also eventually, no, most of the jeepneys, like the multi-cabs and the traditional jeepneys here in Cebu, will be replaced by these modern jeepneys. No, so again, I'm still looking forward to the HPBS, but if in certain circumstances makakaroon ng mga what they call feeder routes, mga small routes na hindi naman practical na lagyan ng malalaking bus, I think the Davao government should really look forward or propose a thing for feeder routes na say serve the smaller routes, like say for example Buhangin to Jade Valley, that area, no, or say yung mga maliliit na routes like Toril to Astorga, Santa Cruz. Di naman it's not really practical na lagyan ng talagang malalaking bus. I think it could use a mini modern bus or modern jeepney. Pwede yan siya. But again, we could really blame talaga on the smaller roads of Cebu, kaya hindi impractical yung mga malalaking bus doon to serve these routes, no, mas practical sa kanila yung mga modern jeepneys. And speaking of roads, no, roads are so tiny. Again, number 3, that's number 3. Roads are really, really tiny in Cebu. No? Like there are like very tight 2-lane roads. I don't know, hindi ko alam bakit ganun yung mga kalsada dito sa Cebu. No, sanay ako, taga Davao ako, na sanay ako sa mga like 4-lane roads na medyo malalaki. No, if there is like a 2-lane road, malalaki pa rin siya. No, malaki pa rin yung width niya compared to the streets of Cebu. Very, very piot kaayo, very masikip. No, like yeah, the moment when I arrived in Cebu, or I had visited Cebu couple of times before I really moved in here, ma-observe ko talaga yung mga kalsada dito sa Cebu, ang liit-liit, no? Like ilan lang ba ang mga kotse na talagang kasya-kasya diyan, no? Parang hindi makapark talaga ang isang kotse diyan, no? Like yeah, no, it's really tight. I don't know if it's really because of the urban planning or how Cebu was planned many years ago, no, many centuries ago, no. Kasi I also observed ang mga roads sa Davao, no, mostly grid-like. Yung parang talaga, straight roads. Kung may kurbada man, very minimal lang. Compared here in Cebu, kakaunti lang yung mga straight roads talaga. Most of their roads are very, yung parang tight na, maliit na. Kurbada pa, ang daming kurbada. Mayroon mga pataas pababa, pasaka panaog ba. Diba? If you observe going to many different areas of Cebu City, Mandaue, or even Lapu-Lapu, you can really observe how ba talaga yung mga roads sa Cebu, no? Very parang winding na maraming kurbada. I don't know. I think I think it's all about the urban planning that Cebu has been, no? Again, I mean the whole Cebu province, no? How it started many centuries ago, since the Spanish times, no? I believe na yung layout ng buong Cebu City or Cebu province in general, or Metro Cebu, maybe during the Spanish times, meron talaga yung mga areas na if you concentrate siguro on the downtown area, the Colon and the Fuente Osmeña Boulevard, all of those roads, no? If you observe it on a map, no, you can really see na very very Spanish-like talaga, very pattern siya ng mga Spanish cities like Madrid or Barcelona, no, where you have very grid-like roads. But if you go further out in the Cebu City, you go to the suburbs, manonotice mo yung mga roads nila parang yun nga, yung mga pataas pababa, no, medyo inclined ang roads, probably because I predict siguro, or I don't know if I get this right, no, it was patterned for para siya mga European cities na medyo yan very winding ang roads just to traverse the hills, no? Very hilly kasi ang mga northern areas of Cebu like Lahog, Mabolo, Busay, Apas. Medyo patas talaga yung mga roads doon. So, because of this hilly nature of the suburbs, they tend to follow those European standards, no? Because para talagang to traverse the hilly landscape of Metro Cebu, no? So I do really notice those, no? Compared to Davao, no, where if you go higher up, like you go to Mintal or say Tigato or Magtuod or in Kabantian, Indangan, very straightforward yung mga roads. And when you go to the villages or mga subdivisions, grid-like pa rin, no? And I mean, it's the layout's really different, no? Or if you compare downtown Davao naman to downtown Cebu, downtown Davao was like more of recent development during the 1930s around the 1960s after World War II. As you may observe, yung mga roads sa Davao, downtown Davao, and to be exact, grid-like, no? It's more American style planning, no? Urban plannings. So, manonotice mo talaga na grid-like, wala masyadong kurbada, very straight, very straightforward ang pinatutunguhan ng mga kalsada dito doon sa Davao City, no? So, again, if you plan to commute, no, or research on this, no, comparing Davao and Cebu, no, if you have any info about that, no, the urban planning of Cebu and Davao, send me a comment below. Okay, number 4. Speaking of urban planning, Cebu's areas are quite compact compared to Davao. Like very concentrated ang mga business areas, or mga industrial areas, and also the residential areas. Very concentrated talaga sa isang grupo ng mga barangay or districts, no? So, I've done my research, and for instance, Cebu City is really defined on where you see the old town area, or where you see the new business areas, or the residential areas, or the industrial areas. Napaka-defined. In Davao, it's really scattered and far in between, no? Because definitely the different districts of Davao City, or different barangays, if you will, no, they have their own parang town within the town situation, no? So it's quite interesting na very complex si Davao compared sa Cebu na napaka concentrated within a certain area lang. Say for example, old Cebu versus old Davao, no? I mean, when I mean old Cebu, the old town of Cebu, I mean the Colon Street, no, the oldest street in the Philippines, and its surrounding areas, no? I mean, it's the old town, old business area of Cebu. Like, you have the Tiangge, the bazaars, the ukay-ukay, the tindahan, mga tindahan sa mga Inchik, tindahan sa mga Indiano, tindahan sa mga Muslim. Andun naka-concentrate sa isang area, no? And within that area also, nandun yung mga what you call mga institution na ng mga shopping centers like Gaisano Main, Metro Colon, E-Mall, Colonnade, 138 Mall, lahat na yan, no? It's all concentrated in that area. No, as you really notice, no, that particular part of Cebu, doon na rin concentrated lahat ng mga, na mga kababalaghan. No, as I mentioned in the previous video, kaya nga takot akong pupunta dyan. No, but when it comes to old Davao, no, where the center of Davao is, the old Davao, which is San Pedro Street, Magallanes Street, or Pichon Street, as we call it now, no? Or Bolton Street, CM Recto, nothing in that particular area, no? Yes, you have like the old businesses, mga tiangge, mga stores, bazaars, all of that. Pero kukunti lang talaga yung parang diversity ng mga makikita mo within that old Davao, no? Kasi most of the other businesses, like for example, yung mga Chinese-owned businesses, they have their own area, which is the Chinatown sa Yanggurin, no? Then you have the Muslim-owned stores na nandoon sa Mini Forest Boulevard or doon na area talaga na nandoon naka-concentrate mga Muslim residents sa Davao City. So, napaka-diverse. They're spread throughout the city naman, no? So again, we owe to the largeness of Davao City, the massiveness of Davao City, no? Well, in terms naman of again the new business areas, no, yung mga the high-end BPOs, the financial or mga high-end businesses. In Cebu, it's really concentrated in two areas, no? If we talk about Cebu City, the Cebu Business Park, which is what they call AYALA, where nandyan naman si AYALA Center Cebu, and Cebu IT Park, no? Wherein nandun lahat ng mga BPOs, mga condos, malalaking condo, mga financial or mga branches ng mga international corporations nandyan rin sa IT Park. No, you can really tell talaga na very modern talaga si Cebu City ngayon, no? In comparison to Davao, where not much else is happening pa, where you do have those businesses or do have those areas like, say, the PRYCE Business Park in Bahada or the Matina IT Park na recent lang, no? Or you can say the area surrounding ABREEZA Mall, yung mga nandyan na establishments, or yung mga establishments rin within SM City Davao and SM Lanang, or the MOSA business area, the MOSA area, nandun rin, no? Nakaka-concentrate rin sa ganun na mga areas, pero not really much else talaga is happening pa. But really, we'll look forward, and since Duterte became president in 2016, no, Davao is really booming na rin, no? And it could catch up naman rin with Cebu, and we're looking forward to that, no? And another thing to mention, the industrial areas rin naman. So Cebu City, nandun si North Reclamation area, the port area of Cebu. Nandyan lang lahat ng mga pier dyan, andyan na rin lahat ng mga pabrika, mga pagawaan, or you go to Mandawi, nandun na rin yung mga pabrika doon. So, concentrated siya. But in Davao, again, we owe to the massiveness of Davao City. May mga businesses, mga industrial areas na nakakoncentrate sa like Timbung, Panakan, Bunawan, Lasang. And you also have the ones concentrated in Talomo, Bago, Toril, lahat nandoon, no? It's very, very far and in between, no? So, definitely Cebu really wins in how their areas are defined. Okay, and speaking of areas, number 5, Cebu's pretty divided, like, well, in terms of how you live in terms of income, no? In many ways, Davao's high income people, no, live in diverse areas. They are very diverse. It depends on where you want to live, no? But in Cebu, you don't have much choice. You are really like concentrated. Like I do hear some talks about where the rich kids are in Cebu. Like they are concentrated like in a single cluster of barangays of Metro Cebu. I mean, you have Lahog, where I am here, no? Andito yung mga, mga high-end na mga villages. I mean, villages, hindi gated subdivision, villages lang. We also have Banilan, where you have all these high-end subdivisions, no? Yung mga gated communities talaga nandyan sa Banilan. You also have APAS. Andyan si IT Park. Andyan yung mga TV stations sa APAS. You also have Mabolo, wherein you have the SM, the Radisson Blu, the hotels, the malalaking hospitals. You also have Kasambagan na nandun si Cebu Country Club golf course. And yung mga tito-tita of Cebu na nagaga-golf dira. No, it's quite amazing na they are really concentrated in just one area dito sa Cebu, no. Well, I mean in Davao compared to Cebu, like you have lots of choices owing na malaki si Davao, no? You have Buhangin kung saan andyan si Ladislao at saka si San Pedro Village, Barangay 19-B, no? Andyan man din si Ladislao, andyan din si Rolling Hills, andyan si yung mga El Rio subdivision. We also have Kabantian Tigato, yung dalawang barangay na yan, andyan yun rin yung mga recent developments na subdivisions. Maa, andyan si Woodridge, Monterits, si Las Terrazas. We also have Lanang, si Insular Village 1 and 2. We also have Matina, nandyan si Huna Subdivision. We also have South Pacific in Catalunan Pequeño, Bamboo Estate in Mintal, or Solariega in Talomo, Villa de Mercedes in Katigan, Toril. No, I mean, maraming mga pagpipilian ang mga rich kids sa Davao kung saan sila titira. I haven't even mentioned the condos of Davao, no? Ang dami na rin condo developments in Davao na pinagtitirahan na rin ng mga rich kid, no? So though they have a lots of choices sa Davao City, no? Same well compared sa Cebu, no? Ang konti-konti lang ng choices, no? Though it's kinda changing here in Cebu, though yeah, the government here is quite, reluctant in like transforming certain areas of Cebu. Labi na yung mga sinasabi ng depressed areas na parang lagyan ng redevelopment. Parang aangal yung mga residente dyan, right? So, well, it really depends on how the income is distributed within these areas of the city, no? So, who knows? Things might gonna change here. So those are the thoughts, the top 5, the other 5 things that I have observed that shocked me as a Dabawenyo here in Cebu. So if you like this video, click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, the subscribe button is still in red. Click that subscribe button. And if you want to be informed about my latest videos, the bell icon is just beside it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed everything that I have shared to you in this video. And we'll see you on my next content. Salamat. Bye-bye.